Hello, good morning students. How are you? This is your geography class and today we are going to study our fifth chapter, that is your landforms of the earth. We will cover in this chapter landform of the earth, that is mountains, plateaus, plains, definition, types and their formation, and examples from the world and India. First of all, I am going to tell you the earth is made up of a series of concentric rock layers, namely crust, mantle and core. The intense heat in the earth interior does not travel to the earth's surface because rock are bad conductor of heat. This is your physics syllabus, but we study in also in geography. So we know very well a landform is a natural feature of the earth's surface. So this lead to several conditions, which means landform development on the surface of the earth. There are three causes of landform. I am going to tell you there are three causes of landform to develop. The first one is your plate tectonic. The lithosphere is broken into several small and big plates. We know very well we have two types of plate, heavy plate and light plate. We know heavy plates is your ocean plates and light plate is your continent plates. Now when heavy plates, you can also say that this is these plates float on the semi molten asthenosphere. It is the middle part of your crust and mantle. So this horizontal movement of these plate is very slow. The plates push, collide or slide past each other, and this result in disturbance in the sedimentary rocks deposit lying in between two or more plates. So this compression caused folding of the rock. Rock, rock, and almost all the fold mountains ranges of the world have been formed this way, and you can also say this is called orogenic movement. You can say that this is a orogenic, orogenic movement, and the orogenic is derived from the Greek word which means mountain building. This means mountain, mountain mountain building, building. So this is the first cause of landform development, and the second cause is your uplift or submerge. You can say this is a endogenic phase. You can say also this is a endogenic forces. There are two types of forces on the earth, that the first one is endogenic and the second one is your exogenic. And the endogenic force, you can say this, the uplift and submergence. Another set of force operating inside the earth act along the radius from the earth center to the surface and are characterized by large scale uplift or subsidence of land area. You can see this is a force causing formation of landform. Here endogenic force, that is internal process. Here exogenic force, that is external process. In endogenic process there are two type of forces, that is eperiogenic and orogenic. And when eperiogenic forces originate, then block mountain basins, rift valley and plains formed. And when orogenic forces formed, that time fold mountain, fault, plateaus and landform built. And in exogenic forces there are alluvial and erosions, plain, valley, glacier landform forms. Now the third one is your The third one is your exogenic force. Exogenic force operating on the earth's surface, not inside the earth, which cause formation of land. These forces are called exogenic, and external force exogenic are described as destructive force because it causes widespread destruction through weathering and erosion or existing landform. They then form new landforms through both erosion and deposition. Erosion is your, जब नदी अपने साथ पानी के साथ, बरसात के साथ, किसी नेचुरल एजेंट के साथ सॉइल का अपर क्रस्ट पार्ट जो है, थिन लेयर पार्ट हट जाता है, दैट इज़ योर इरोजन. And now landforms, there are a large number of landform of the surface of the earth. The major landforms are your mountain, plateaus and plains. First of all, we are going to study about mountains. Mountains, we know very well, a mountain is described as a very steep or hilly rising to great height above the land surrounding it. Mountains are classified into three parts. The first one is your fold mountain, second is your residual mountain, and the third one is your block mountain. Residual mountain is formed by erosion. Now, the first of all, we are studying about fold mountain. The fold mountain, they are the result of lateral compression of the earth crust. Fold mountain are the result of large scale earth movement caused by stress in the earth crust, and such success may be caused by weight of the overlying rocks, movement in the mantle, and expansion of or contraction of some part of the earth. These stress object the rock is compressive force producing wrinkling or folding along the lines of weakness. You can see 5.2 picture, that is, this picture is representing here how fold mountains are formed. By there are two processes. The first one is anticline and syncline. You can see, I am going to, this is a mountain part. The uplift part is called anticline and the downward part is called syncline. You can say that this is in a wave form. You can say this is, it is in a wave form. जब अर्थ सरफेस पे पुश होता है, नीचे एंडोजेनिक फोर्सेस लगते हैं, उस टाइम सरफेस जो होते हैं वो रिंकल होते हैं टू फॉर्म फोल्ड माउंटेन लाइक दिस. जब सरफेस जो होते हैं रिंकल्ड होते हैं तो वो क्या होते हैं, वेव फॉर्म क्रिएट करते हैं. एंड दिस वेव फॉर्म इज़ योर upper part is your anticline, downward part is your syncline, and they form fold mountain. And the characteristics of these fold mountains are they form regular wave like formation and the uphold rock. There are some characteristics here. You can see here the upfold rock strata in arc like shape are called anticline, and crest and downfolded structure are known as syncline. And most of these mountains are constituted of sedimentary rock formed due to deposition and consolidation of sediment in shallow ocean like the Tethys in the case of the Himalaya. Tethys is your sea. It was your sea. Now, third point is fold mountains have greater length but are comparatively smaller in width. The Himalaya are about 2400 kilometer in the length, not in height. In height, the height of the Mount Everest, highest peak of the Mount Everest is your 8848 meter. And this is your length. So the length is of Himalaya is your 2400 kilometer. And most fold mountains except the Himalayas are found on the margin of continent. There are two types of fold mountain. The first mountain is your young and the second is your old. There are two types of mountain, young mountain and old fold mountain. So there are some difference between it. Okay, then the young mountain, there are some characteristics here, difference between the young fold mountain and old fold mountain. Here the first one is young fold mountain have formed later than the old fold mountain. It is take 10 million years ago and it takes at least 100 million years ago. And the Himalayas, the examples of the young mountain are Himalayas, Andes, Alps and Rockies. And the old fold mountains example are Ural, Aravalli is in your India, and Appalachian. So, and the third point is your young fold mountain have steep slope, deep valley and sharp pointed snow covered peak. And the old fold mountain, they are highly eroded by the agent of gradation. They have gentler slope, rounded slope and sculptured domes. And the fourth point is your they are much higher than the old fold mountain and they have rough topography. And the old fold mountain are lower than the young fold mountain. Fifth point is your for young fold mountain, that is volcanic activities are common in this mountain. And old fold mountain, there are evidence of volcanic activities still in them. So now they are the characteristic and they are the types of old fold mountain. The fold mountains chain that exist beneath the sea have their tops revealed as island like in the West Indies. The mid-Atlantic ridge rise 3 km above the floor, at least 3 km above the floor of the Atlantic Ocean and join the Indian Ocean ridge. Now we are coming here the residual mountain. What is residual mountain? The residual mountain which are subjected to weathering and erosion for a long time, जिसमें बहुत टाइम बाद इरोजन होता है, एक लॉन्ग टाइम प्रोसेस होता है, दैट इज कॉल्ड रेजिडुअल. एंड देयर आर सम कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स हेयर. रेजिडुअल माउंटेन्स इज फॉर्म्ड बाय नेचुरल एजेंट लाइक विंड, वाटर, स्नो. दिस इज द कॉज. And the second point is they may also be formed and on plateaus that are dissected by river, for example the hill and valley in the Deccan plateaus. And the third point is your original highland is worn down by the down cutting action of rivers to the form residual mountain. And the third point is they are also called mountain of denudation. Most residual mountains are characterized by low elevation. And the examples of these the residual mountain are Rajmahal Hills, Nilgiri, Parasnath. These are the and Catskill Range in USA. These are the examples of residual mountain. The last one is your block mountain. We know we study it in 6th class, 7th class. The block mountain are formed by faulting. We know very well when two mountains, this is a landform, और जब इस किसी भी फोर्सेस, एंडोजेनिक फोर्सेस की वजह से, अपोजिट अट्रैक्शन की वजह से अर्थ बीच का पार्ट नीचे की तरफ आ जाता है और ऊपर साइड्स के पार्ट ऊपर की तरफ उठ जाते हैं, देन दैट इज कॉल्ड योर ब्लॉक माउंटेन एंड दिस इज योर वैली. एंड दिस इज ऑल्सो कॉल्ड होस्ट, HOST. RST, and this downward part is called graben, GRABEN. This part is called graben. Now block, you can see here, this figure is representing your Rift Valley. The downward part is Rift Valley and the upper part is your Block Mountain. This is also called host, HORST. Block Mountain have flattered summits are also called host, and which have tilt summit have one side steep, other side very gentle, and block mountain are often separated by intervening basins called graben. This part is called graben. Now examples of the block mountains are here. Black Forest Mountain in Europe, Black Forest Mountain, and the second is Salt Range in Pakistan. USA का एक है कैलिफोर्निया, सीरिया में नेवाडा माउंटेन ऑफ कैलिफोर्निया USA में है ये आपका. These are the examples of the black mountain. You can see here, this picture is representing the formation of block mountain. The upper right after endogenic forces, opposite forces की वजह से the upward part is your fold mountain. Now so our next topic is your plateaus. Plateaus is defined as the area of height ground 500 feet above the ground level. This is a steep slope. There are difference between the steep part, there are difference between mountain and plateaus. The mountains have cone shape and plateaus have tableland shape. The upper part of the plateaus is like this. So you can say the upper part is generally flat and it is also called tableland. There are two types of plateaus. The first one is intermontane. We can say that intermontane plateau, they are highest and most extensive types of the globe. जो माउंटेन्स के बीच में घिरा हुआ लैंड होता है, दैट इज़ योर इंटर माउंटेन सराउंडेड बाय द हिल एंड माउंटेन्स. द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ these are Tibetan plateau. You can say this is the world highest as well as most extensive intermontane plateau. Other examples are Colombian plateau, North American Cordillera, Bolivian, Peruvian and Mexican plateaus. And the second types of plateaus are volcanic plateaus. Volcanic plateaus, they are formed by numerous volcanic eruption that slowly build up over time. By the name you can say that this is formed by volcano. So the example of these are Colombian plateau, South African plateaus, Peninsular plateau, and India has enormous accumulation of basaltic rock. So the Colombian plateaus has about 20 layer of lava, suggesting that 20 different volcanic eruptions have formed this plateau. Our next topic is your plain. So plain is defined as extensive area of lowland with a level or gently undulating surface. You can say that a plain is seldom formed by a single process. There are three types of erosional plains, depositional plains, and the third one is your structural plain. So the first one is your structural plain. Structural plain are formed due to uplift or subsidence of land. We can say that this is a uplift portion formed by endogenic forces, endogenic forces uplift or subsidence, and the coastal this portion, the uplift portion of a portion of land beneath the ocean water or may cause submergence of coastal land under ocean water. The examples of this, the Great Plain are surrounded by Mississippi, Missouri Plain in the east and Rockies in the west. On the other hand, you can say that in India, Coromandel Plain in India, this is a example of the in structural plane. The second one is your depositional plane. Depositional plane is formed by deposition of material which have been brought by various agents. The first one is river deposition. River deposition, the most widespread of these are alluvial plains or the northern plain, like Mississippi northern plain in India and Mississippi plain in USA, and mountains are formed by Piedmont alluvial plains, and the flood plains by the flood plains. These are described as the alluvial plains. The Ganga, Ganges, Mekong, Salween, these are the example of the river deposition. The second is your wind deposition. Wind deposition, most such plains are sandy desert like Sahara in Africa, Thar in the India. So they formed by irregular and undulating surface made by existing of sand dunes and halos. Lowest plain in China are formed from desert. The last one is your marine deposition. Marine deposition is formed by it is an example of, you can formed in a coastal region, yeah, example of east coast of India and coast of Germany, Denmark, etc. You can also say that apodder is a piece of land reclaimed from the sea or lake. Now, what are the importance of the landform? There are many importance of the landform. Now I am going to tell you what are the importance of the landform. Here the landform on the surface of the earth are symbol of energy of the earth. The earth release its energy through tectonic activity, earthquake, volcano, and there are some advantage here. Mountain, plateaus, plains and valleys are beautiful sculpture of nature on the surface crust of the earth. Landform represent the relief features of the earth and impact climate, direction of wind, precipitation as well as other atmospheric process. The third is your mountains range of the world. The table are above of snow and glacier. They are the source of perennial river. Fifth, many kinds of forest are formed on the slope of mountain, hill and plateaus. These are home to different species of plant and animal. We can say also biodiversity of life on the earth can also be attributed to relief. So, and next point is the island group and coastal region are ideal fishing site. And the last point is your major landforms are created by disturbance resulting from the force operating in the interior of the earth. Most mineral and fossil fuels come near the surface of the earth. We get lots of minerals and resources from the land. So this chapter is your now complete. Just read this chapter, revise this chapter and learn all the questions and answers from this chapter. Thank you so much.